Today I'm going to show you how to make edits on your Divi website. So right here we are at the login for the website, which is the website domain /wp-admin. Brings you here. Put in your username and password. Click remember me so you don't have to remember the crazy password every time. And then this is the back end of the website. So in the back end of the website, you can go down to pages. That's one way to access it. Today we're going to access it visually. So if you click here on the name of your website, it'll take you to the front end of your website. And you'll see now that the front end of your website now has this toolbar. So for the pages you want to edit, today we're going to be editing one of our river pages. So let's go into this one. And now that we're here, you're going to click on Enable Visual Builder. Okay, and what that's done now is you can see all these different colored things when you move your cursor around. I'm also going to expand this right here, these little three dots, just by clicking on it, and it's going to give me some more tools. So Divi is very easy to manipulate on the front end. You can manipulate text simply by clicking on it, and you can make minor edits that way. Pretty much anywhere on the page that you see text. Photos are going to be a little bit different. If you want to edit some of the photos, depending on where they are, you're going to access them differently. So we're going to start at the very top up here. And what we have here, this is the section. So you can see our section. Nothing is really happening in this part of it. What we have right here is the full width slider. And the full width slider is where all of these images live. So we have 4 slider images right here. If we click on this, we'll open the settings. It's the title. Over here you can, well, you can't see visually because it's white on white, but you can see we have the image, the size, and then our heading, H1, Hellfish River Outfitters. So down here in the background is where we access the image. So this background image, if we wanted to swap it out, we would click again on our little settings wheel. I'm going to replace it with the same image because I don't want to change the image. But this is our media gallery. And back here, we have tons and tons of images that we've uploaded. For a full width slider like I'm doing right now, I recommend having at least 1920. I like to go to 2550, and generally some good resolution there. Computer screens are getting bigger and bigger, and the better resolution of our images, the better they look. So then I would click upload an image, hit this checkbox, and that gets me out of it. This is deceptive because it looks like we didn't put in an image, but actually our image was done up here. I'm going to close that so it's not confusing. And then if we wanted to edit the next one, we would go in here, again, go to background, click on this guy and edit. You can also click this to go back. You could duplicate these, which I recommend doing, and that if you wanted to add more, that way your page title, this image, and this title all stay there. But I'm done here, so I'm going to click out of that. Now you always want to hit save. If I tried to leave here without hitting save, my changes wouldn't be saved. So coming down here, an image like this is going to be a little harder to edit because it's embedded in the text. So again, we go up there and it actually edited down here. It has some inline CSS formatting, but this is the tail end of the URL. So And you can move this around. So I'm going to take this image, and the easiest way to do this is go to Add Media, and then just take the URL that's already highlighted over here. I would go Control C and then X out, because all I want to change is this URL part. So I have a dot, 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 and a backsplash, and then it's WP content. So I'm just going to paste it right here. And you can see, okay, this is where the backslash WP is. So I'm going to delete everything before that. Recopy this. And plug it in right here. And it swaps out your image, and it stays with the nice border and the right formatting size. For me, I didn't want to switch that image, so I'm just going to hit this. This is my undo button. Save it there, and save it there. Down here, this is much easier. This is a gallery. You just click Update Gallery, and you can rearrange the order of these, or you can add to gallery, and then you can click and add more of these files. Click the X and you're out. A back image like this, first of all, when it shows up in green, it means that if you edit it on this page, this is a global item, so chances are this section has been saved somewhere else on the website, so you would be making a change to another part of the website. On our website, that's likely going to be in the case where we're in the Rogue River, so they probably have the same thing for more than one of these, so we duplicated it. But you can go here and you can go to the section in the background and again swap out the background image. This one has the parallax effect selected, which is what makes these images move over that still background image. And you can take that off and have it all move the same. It's nicer sometimes to have the parallax because it makes things a little easier to read. You can kind of move them on a part of the screen if part of the screen's too light and that kind of thing. Down here, this is easy, just a basic image. You would click Upload, grab your image, upload an image, and it would go in. Again, I don't want to switch it, so I'm not going to do that right now. Click the X, and you're out. So most images are fairly easy to swap out. Click, and go to Upload, and select your image. Now the other thing that you'll likely be doing is adding images into the back end of the website. So this website is quite robust. We have tons and tons of images in here. And one of the things we know is that if your website has too much content, too many images, files are too big, it's going to slow your site down. It's going to drag your page rank with Google, and it's going to ruin the user experience. So we like to make sure that all of the photos that we upload to the website are, again, I like to use the 2550 by, and then the height dimension is generally relative to what you're doing. The other guideline is that photos are under 1 megabyte. And that's for those giant, 2550 images. An image like this, where it's just a headshot, it doesn't need to be any bigger than 1300 by 1300, and that's even probably excessive. And the 321 kilobytes is because we have a nice wooden frame. But any other picture here, you're down to 86 kilobytes, and that's just about right. Again, you can always look. This is 2547 by 17, 707 kilobytes. And that's just fine. Oh, let me show you how to add them. So the best thing about this is how easy it is, because we simply drag and drop. So let me find an image to upload. We're just going to upload something really simple that isn't already on our existing site. So for this, we're going to upload this picture right here. Drag it, drop. It's taking a second. Okay, there we go. So now we have our image. Small image, here's our size. You can also edit the images here. I don't recommend doing that. Well, it looks pretty on this end. When you go onto the server side of things, for every image you upload, WordPress makes it into multiple different sizes. And so when you edit it here, you're just creating more and more content. You're exponentially creating content, actually. So it's always better to do it outside. Again, I don't want to change the image I have, so I'm going to X out as opposed to uploading an image. Click my save. And then when you're done editing the page, save again, just for good measure. And then you're going to exit the visual builder. And yes, I would like to leave my page. It shows lagging on the buttons and such, just because I'm running a lot of programs on my computer right now. Oh, and it looks like I left a URL in there. So we're going to want to go in and delete that. But that's how you swap out images. Fairly straightforward. You can go into any other page, click Enable Visual Builder, swap out the images, and swap out the text.